Friends, see, before we go into these accounting steps, which one has to follow in the books of selling company, that is old company or amalgamating company, I'll just take 2 minutes of yours to make you understand which type of amalgamations are there normally and accounting methods are there. Types of amalgamations we have seen. Now, the methods of accounting under amalgamation of company, and there are two. One is amalgamation in the nature of purchase. I repeat, amalgamation in the nature of purchase. And second one, amalgamation in the nature of merger. Now, these two aspects one has to understand because the TYBCom students are having this entire topic in the name of method of amalgamation in the nature of purchase. Whereas CS students are having both the methods. But this amalgamation in the nature of purchase is the most difficult method because there are so many other things which are covered here which are not there in the case of merger. Just to make you understand between the two, let us take a case. I'll take you to common example from our family life. See that Luar sir has said that amalgamation is like marriages. It's very true. So when two lives, two people get married, it is like amalgamation. Now, the real problem in this society or world one has to understand, and if one understands really, I would go to the extent of saying that it would reduce many disputes in a family, or it might reduce number of divorce cases also. The problem in the married life is that one doesn't understand whether it is amalgamation in the nature of purchase or in the nature of merger. Say, for example, in the case of amalgamation in the nature of purchase, what happens? See, there are many families where the husband dominates. And after marriage, when the husband dominates, in few cases, exceptional, there are wives who are dominating, but let us keep it aside. Now, when husband is dominating, how he treats his wife, he says, I have married you. Now you are in my house. Now you are in my family. So hereafter, till your death, you are going to listen to me. You will do what I will say. You will wear those clothes which I will say. So you will do everything what I will say, as if you will have no choice. Unfortunately, this is happening in some married life. That's why there are disputes. Actually, in real commercial world, it is happening with the companies. When a purchasing company has acquired the business of the selling company, and when purchasing company dominates, then that is called amalgamation in the nature of purchase. For example, how purchasing company dominates? Purchasing company dominates over the selling company in few areas. Number one, what should be the name of the new company? Purchasing company decides. Whether all the assets or liabilities of the selling company are to be taken or not, purchasing company decides. Whether the shareholders of the selling company, whether they will continue to be shareholders in the purchasing company decides. Whether the same business of the selling company is to be continued by the purchasing company or there will be change in the line of business, purchasing company decides. So this, what happens in a real world, calls for amalgamation in the nature of purchase, and that's why that method is there. But in real life, in a married life, actually it should not be the case because that is the reason for many divorces and disputes. Now I'll take you to the other case, amalgamation in the nature of merger. Amalgamation in the nature of merger, whenever it takes place, I'll take first the case of commercial world when two companies come together as a merger. What is merger? Merger means both the companies sit together, their directors sit together, and then the negotiation take place, and they decide by giving respect to each other. Both the companies are on equal footing. That what should be the name of the new company? Whether the same business of the old companies is to be carried out, continued, or there should be a change in the line of the business. More than 90% shareholders of the selling companies become invariably shareholders of the purchasing company. So in short, in a merger case, there is a respect given to both the companies. Actually, this is what is lacking in real married life, because the proper respect, wherever it is given by husband to wife and wife to husband, there are hardly cases of disputes and divorce.